Hello viewers, welcome back to Unique Knowledge Portal. Today's topic is points to be considered when purchasing a new smartphone. Before I start, here is a small request for you all. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and also share the link with your friends and family. So let's move forward. So what are the main features that we should consider? The very important one is the price budget. So while considering price budget, what is your capacity or what is your will, how much you want to pay and how much you're able to pay. It is known as the price budget. So decide it whether you want it for say less than 15,000 INR or more than that, up to what limit you can purchase, the maximum limit, the minimum limit, etc. And you can compare the features accordingly. While considering this price budget, you should also consider the discounts offered as well as the exchange offers. Say you're getting some discount on the MRP, like say 1,000 rupees something, and also by exchanging you are getting something refund of your old phone, that is say 1,500 rupees. So in total you will get 2,500 rupees discount. So you should add that to your price budget. Suppose say you were thinking of a phone for 15,000 bucks, then in that case your actual budget will now be 17,500 bucks, and so on. The next feature is company or brand. Now there are various brands available in the market, so you have to decide which brand you want to go for, which is the most convenient and suitable brand for you according to your usage. For example, I will name some few brands: Samsung, Xiaomi, then Asus, Micromax, Motorola, Windows Phone, and Nokia, etc. You can choose your brands. There are even some other brands like LG, HTC, Huawei, etc. Oppo. Okay. So next, important thing is year of manufacturing and the make of the phone. So what is this? Now, year of manufacturing. You have to be very careful. You should see that whether it is the latest phone or not. So you have to see whether the year of manufacturing is 2020 or not. This gives you an idea whether the phone has the latest features or not. Make of the phone. That is, what is the country of origin of the phone, whether it is made in India, whether it is made in some other country, etc. Next is operating system, processing speed, and updates. Yes, again, this is a very important. Operating system. Generally, at the current times, which are the working operating systems you can say, is Android-based phones, then iOS-based phone, that is the Apple operating system. Then also you have Windows operating system, Windows-based phones. Okay, then previously you had even BlackBerry-based phone, BlackBerry operating systems. So these are a limited examples of operating systems. The most used are Android and iOS-based phones. Also, they provide you with Play Stores wherein lots of free apps you can download with your. It is like under your purchase scheme of the phone. Then processing speed. Again, you have to see how much is your RAM of the phone. In that case, and what is the processor. It should be latest so that you get a proper speed of the phone. Your phone will be easy to navigate, easy to use. It will provide you with faster access to apps, etc. It will not keep on loading or hanging, etc. Updates. Again, there are software updates. Suppose the latest version which is in the phones is say Android 10. Then in that case, if your latest updates are coming, then there should be an option to upgrade your operating system or sometimes the software of the phone. So that is. Next point is connectivity. Now, what is connectivity? Connectivity in the sense you can connect to the things. You have you have apps in your phone, but you cannot open internet. What's the use? No app will work. In that case, connectivity means say internet connectivity. In that case, you have 5G, 4G, 3G. 5G is not yet under much use in India here, but you still are getting 5G enabled device, so that in future whenever you get a 5G SIM, you can easily upgrade to the same. So these are the connectivities, say 5G, 4G, 3G networks. Then there is, you should have Wi-Fi connectivity, hotspot facility, and Bluetooth, say USB support, GPS support, etc. Again, single dual SIM support, whether your phone is providing with single SIM support or dual SIM support. Mostly today's all phones have dual SIM support. Then SIM slot type, whether it is say a dedicated slot wherein you have separate slots for each SIM or and memory card, or a hybrid slot, that is one slot for one SIM card, another one for a SIM card as well as a memory card together. A small one for memory card and a bigger area for a SIM card. So that is known as a hybrid SIM slot. Then again, SIM size, wherein you have micro SIMs and nano SIMs. Today, the normal SIMs are not used. The network provider or your company, say Vodafone, Idea, Airtel, they provide you with all the three size SIM card together in one. So that is not a big problem. But what is your phone providing? You should check that, and accordingly you should use that size of SIM. Then battery features. So first of all, battery weight, battery size. How much big is the battery if you have a removable battery? Because battery weight also adds to your phone weight. So that is one thing. Then battery life. How much does your battery work? What hours it is working for? Say it is working for 8 hours continuously, or 1 day, or 2 days, or a week, which is not actually much. Week cannot be much provided by any brands, because you know that our regular usage is very much. So week, if a battery has a life of week, that is not possible in the current scenarios probably. But then, so other battery features, that is like what power battery is, matlab, what is its milliampere hours, that is how much time it lasts, etc. Then next comes the storage or memory. Now, storage or memory, what do you understand by that? Generally, you have two types of memory in your phone, that is RAM and ROM. Okay, so RAM is one in which your temporary files and all are stored, but not temporary files actually, but system files and all are stored, which cannot be generally, which is stored permanently there, which is not, you can say, which we will not erase or delete. We don't have access to it directly. Okay, and it is generally inbuilt, and you need free memory in RAM and other extra memory, where like ROM, wherein you can save different files, you can download different apps and store them, is known as ROM. Here also you need to see whether there are inbuilt apps or not. If they are there, then how much space it is occupying, and how much available free space is there for your use, wherein you can store videos, images, WhatsApp, data, etc. How much download space you have, and so on. Accordingly, you should purchase a phone. Because suppose if there is a 32 GB phone in inbuilt, 32 GB, but it has already used 16 GB out of it, then you have only 16 GB free, which not that good. But if it's providing like only say 8 GB occupied, then you have another say 20 GB or something. Correct? So that is more important. Then expandable memory again, wherein you can see how much, up to what size it is expandable, say 128 GB, 256 GB, 64 GB, etc. Wherein you can use external memory card, and you can expand your memory. You can store things into your memory card, which is removable. Okay. So next important point is service centers support. So very important thing, whenever you purchase a phone, you are seeing all technical features, etc. Okay, and you are purchasing a phone. But what after it? Suppose you have purchased a phone. Now, if you have some query, if you have some problem with your phone, then in that case, you should have service centers of the phone, or customer care centers of the phone, which are easily accessible. You can go there, you can talk to the customer care on phone, etc. Okay. And next thing is warranty. So if you're going to the customer support center, if you have a warranty, and if your damage or whatever the problem is covered in the warranty, then it will be very good for you, as you do not have to pay price for its repair or for exchange, etc. So what is the warranty? Generally for any phone, it is 6 months for your accessories and 1 year for your actual model or phone. Correct. So under that period, whatever problems you have can be addressed by the customer center for free. And again, if you have any problems later on, you can definitely go to the service center, but they will charge you some fees for that. Okay. So these were the main features which you should consider before purchase, while purchasing, and after purchase. But now, take a look at some other features which are also important. Say, many of us are not just general users, that is not just using for call or SMS. We are not just for features, but we use it for style, for look and feel of the phone. We have an image or reputation by using a phone, correct? So we'll look at its design, whether it is looking beautiful or not, whether it is slim or whether it is thick, whether it is portable, whether it is whether it fits in your hand, whether it is what is its color, whether you like its color or not, whether you like its display, whether you feel good with the phone, etc. Then display size and quality. Display size and quality. Size, I already told you, it can be, say, a small screen with lesser dimension, or a big screen, say 5.7 and 6 inches, more than 6 inches, etc. Depending on that, like whether you are just a general user or whether you want to see good videos, etc. So what is the quality of the display of things, say video, music, etc. And also you can say what is the quality of its touchscreen glass. Whether if it's touchscreen, then of course whenever say by mistake you fill the phone, then in that case it should not break, it should be durable. So there are hard such glass which are not breakable. So in that case you should also see that the glass quality or the screen quality. Okay. Then camera. Next is camera. Like people who want to take pictures and videos, often some people just see pictures and videos, but some people definitely want selfies, they want to click videos, pictures, etc. Then for them camera is also a very important aspect of the phone. Cameras, generally if you go to buy some video cameras independently, they are very costly. So the phone serves two purposes. Firstly, you can connect with it, as well as you can take videos, photos, etc. and share with your friends. So in that case we will also see camera. So first, there are two types of camera in a phone: rear camera and selfie camera. The cameras in front are known as selfie camera, front of your phone, and that at the back side of your phone or rear side of your phone are known as back camera or rear camera. Correct? So now what is the pixels of the phone? What is it? How much? What quality of videos it is providing? Say 1080 pixel or what? Correct? So then HD quality it is providing or not? What formats it is supporting for video and pictures, etc. Okay. And what are the extra features of the camera, whether it is providing you, say, some effects, then boomerang, etc. Okay, so these are the things which people look for, which are not actually very important for us, but then many people have their wants, and they will require such extra features for them. Then next is other accessories. Now what is included in that? It can be, say, earphone, your charger, that is your adapter. Okay, earphone, then charger, that is your adapter. Then some companies also provide, say, screen protecting cover, or say back cover, phone cover, etc. So you can check which accessories are coming with the box package. Okay, and you can ultimately you can what you can do is you can estimate your budget accordingly. Suppose, say, in 15,000 you get a phone, but it is not including such accessories, then your overall cost will be greater. So if it is providing accessories, well and good, accordingly you can choose the phone. Correct? Then next is the position of certain features on our phone, like on or off button, volume keys, etc., mic, speakers, your charging point, your earphone slots, sensors like fingerprint sensor, etc., then camera, etc., where they are located on the phone, which side they are located, front, back, what is the position, up sides, back sides, on the side, on the bottom, on the top, where are they located. A proper design means they are located at a proper place. It is good to use for us. It is and a common design for all phones. Say, suppose you go for a particular brand. Common design for all phones makes it easy to understand, easy to use. Correct? Because then you are habituated, habitual. Okay? Next is display indicators. Now, what is this? Display indicators, you know, there are LED lights on your phone which say shows you that there are new notifications. Then there is camera light, etc. Correct? Also, your phone should support antivirus software. Then it should be navigate, easy to navigate and use, as I said before. Then again, map support for people who are driving or want to search for some location. They may need map support. Okay? Then quick charging facility is coming with many phones today. That means it takes lesser time to charge from 0 to full. Correct? Then purchase place or availability. Now, also this is one of the factors where you can buy a mobile, whether you can buy it online, offline in retail stores or showrooms, etc., whether it is available easily, at what price it is available offline and what price it is available online, whether there is some difference in the price, etc., whether it is easily accessible, the location offline, say online, of course you will be easily accessing it, but offline location, whether it is nearby to your place, even in the service centers, whether it is nearby to your city, etc. The standard applications, what are the pre-installed applications, correct, whether it is useful or not. It should not take much of your memory for storage. Then phone locks, again your data is very important in the phone, correct, so you should have safety locks, say normal password, or say face lock, or say pattern lock, etc., fingerprint lock, etc. Correct? So these are the ways you can protect your phone from common people, other common people. No one can use your phones. Correct? So safety levels. Safety levels is also very important. Today, many phones emit radiations, which is not good for your health. So again, safety from that point of view, plus safety from theft, etc. It should be water resistant and break proof as well. Some people do want water resistant phones, and say it should not break while say by mistake it falls. Okay, so water resistance, break proof, etc. are some other features. So this is it for today's call. Next time maybe I will taking on how to use internet on a smartphone and some other apps, how you have to use, correct, so that I can advance to some other topics as well. Thank you.